Hey, Rumble World Entertainment, and episode 2 of The Last of Us Season 2 is here. We're not reviewing the episode because, as I said after the first episode, I'm not reviewing this season because, no, it's just garbage. What we're going to talk about in this is the fact that they actually went through with it already in the second episode. Yeah, they had Abby kill Joel with the golf club, so, 4, I guess. Yep, they actually went ahead and did it. Now, did it stick exactly to how the game does it? Yes and no. So, how does it happen? We may as well dive right in. But, spoiler, I suppose, but if you didn't know that Joel dies in the game by now and stuff, yeah, tough. But, so in the game, of course, Abby shoots, or someone in her party shoots him in the knee. Then, of course, they all kind of kick on him a bit, and then she beats him to death with a, 9-iron or something. And the final blow comes in front of Ellie. Does the show do it? Well, they have him getting shot in the knee by Abby. They have her unloading on him with the golf club, as well as beating him. The majority of it, however, is off screen. You kind of start hearing her, you see her hit him in the leg with the golf club twice, then it kind of focuses on other people while you're hearing it, and then we go off screen to Ellie riding through the snow and stuff. But when we get back to Abby, we still don't really see her beating Joe, we just see her throwing punches. We hear him, but we don't see him. And the final blow is not with the golf club, as in, 4 and going for the hole in one with the head. No, the golf club has broken, and while Ellie comes in and they subdue her, Abby stabs him in the neck with part of the golf club. So she doesn't give him a final slap with the golf club, she stabs him with the golf club. As well as, if you know the game, one of the biggest arguments wasn't just about the treatment of Joel and how, of course, Abby kills him and stuff. It was something that happened after that had happened, which was one of the guys in her group that spits on his dead body. Does that happen in this? No. But the guy is there and does walk up to the body and he says something to him, I believe in Spanish. But he doesn't spit on the body this time. So they've left that part out. It's almost like they went, maybe that'll be too much. Either way, the argument you would have for watching the show do this scene is the fact that the girl they have playing Abby is tiny. She is tiny. And the fact that she takes this guy out. And the irony of it as well. And it's the same with the game. It's like when you're hearing, the last time you saw fireflies was in where? And you'd say it and blah, blah, blah. And do you know how many you killed? And it's something like 18 people. And you're like, wow, Joel took on 18 people on his lonesomes. And a little girl took him out. So, in the game, she's not so little. She's Brock goddamn Lesnar in the game. But in this, obviously, she's a normal-sized human being woman, which is pretty tiny. So the irony that the way of course she meets him and stuff, it's all isn't that convenient type of thing, she just happens to be out looking for him, and what do you know, the people on the patrol happens to be the very person she's looking for, all that type of stuff. It's the fact that they actually did it this early into the season. We knew they were going to do it because they had to do it. It's just the irony or the fact that they've done it this soon. And the one thing that this episode doesn't give you is the big impact of it, because one, it's coming, but two, the fact that because it's so early in the season, it's only the second episode, you didn't get any real moments between him and Ellie. So you're basically going off of him in this episode never being with her until she's seeing him getting stabbed for the final time. That's it. That's their only interaction. And in the first episode, there was just literally her kind of calling him out once or twice. that was it. By the way, you probably saw I did do the review of the first episode, and my good God, did people get butthurt over not even the video, the title of the video, because they said it was a dumpster fire. The amount of comments I got, oh my God, how could you call it a dumpster fire? It's only been one episode. It's like, wow, maybe you should stop licking the windows and actually realize there was an entire first season of 8 to 9 episodes, and guess what? They were just as bad as the first episode of the second season. And the second season is based on, guess what? A game that everybody hated. So, yeah. So, now that they've killed him off, the big question I have now is, what happens in terms of viewership? Does it drop? Does the audience say, well, Joel's no longer here and he was really the only thing keeping us involved was Pedro Pascal, but now he's gone. Do we continue with the show? They will probably stick with it for at least one more episode to see what comes of this. But after that, it could all go downhill, because now you're basically going to have to stick with the likes of Ellie for the whole show. And let's face it, Bella Ramsey is terrible. She was a terrible casting choice. She's a terrible actress. And the fact that you're going to have to stick with her now doesn't really work. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in terms of viewership. Do people stick with this, or do they walk away? And people who don't play the games, or maybe didn't even know about the games, this could be that moment of that happens and they're like, hang on, he's the only reason I was watching this. I'll give one more episode and see what happens. Or, because it's been done this early, is there a giant possibility that from here on in, we're going to get a good bunch of flashbacks? Don't know. But either way, they actually did it in the second episode. They got Abby to kill Joel. And it was ridiculously done in the game. And it was equally as ridiculously done in the show, if not a little more so. And on top of that, you'll notice one of the girls in the group, Abby's group, the black skinhead girl who's actually half Asian as well. You're probably going, why does she look familiar? Oh, that's because in the first episode she had hair. In this episode she has a shaven head. She's the girl that Neil Druckmann is using as the new lead character in his new game. Yeah, you remember that game? Whatever the hell it's called. Intergalactic something or another. Yeah. So he's put her into this show to be used in a scene that everyone hated. And she's going to be in a game that everyone has already been going, of course it's another girl boss crap. Either way, Joel is dead. They went through with it. The episode was still dumb and boring and very convenient. But the game was dumb, boring, and just convenient. So whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, no more Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us Season 2. So let's see what happens from here on in regarding viewership and fans' reactions. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.